Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Vaughn Biggs, and let's queer up healthcare. FDA approved Yeztugo is the new groundbreaking HIV prevention drug. Tonight we bring you a story that touches the heart of our community, a story of science, survival, and long-awaited hope. The FDA has just approved Yeztugo, a brand name for lenacapavir, a new HIV prevention drug from Gilead Sciences. It's a twice-a-year injection, just 2 discrete shots that offers near complete protection against HIV. Let that sink in. Just 2 shots a year. No daily pills, no monthly reminders, just 2 injections every 6 months. And you're protected. This is being hailed as the closest thing we have ever had to HIV vaccine. As John Brooks, former chief medical officer at CDC's HIV prevention division, put it, quote, "It really could be a game changer, particularly in areas affected by HIV," end quote. Imagine this, what this means for a young queer person in Liberty City, or a trans woman in Wilton Manors, or a black gay man in Overtown. People who have been told they're at risk their whole lives, people who've been left behind by the healthcare system, people who deserve better, and South Florida is one of those areas. We know the numbers, we've seen the impact, especially among Black and Latino, gay and bisexual men, transgender women, and young queer people who often face barriers to care, stigma, and systemic neglect. But obstacles remain. As STAT reports, the drug still faces Trump-era policy hurdles and questions of equitable access. Yeztugo is not just a medical breakthrough, it's privacy, it's dignity, it's freedom, and we must fight to make sure the hope reaches everyone. You know, Gilead's U.S. access strategy for Yeztugo is designed to enable broad uptake and availability for individuals without and with insurance coverage. So they already have it on their website that they're already targeting to make sure that this is going to be covering a lot of people. As we know, PrEP has been on the discussion board amongst our government leaders. Yeah. So it's very, very promising. The results of the studies have been amazing. They have a large base of people that's been tested. So I'm excited for this.
Every part of the story is incredible to me, and like I think for all of us on this in this table, like that is. In some ways, this seemed like never going to happen, right? And for it to happen in this moment of chaos, right. I have to say, feels like just really much needed good news, because it can change people. I also love the way that you said that, right? That it's privacy, it's dignity, it's freedom. I love this. I also this is the dumbest comment I've ever made on the show, but I think Chapel Roan has to partner with them, because Yeztugo, ever since I heard the title, all I can think of is "You can take Yeztugo." So this has to happen as a marketing scheme. It's too similar. Wow. Hire me and I will do that. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like
there's a
You heard that, Gilead.
You heard it here first in my warped pop princess brain.
I saw the Daniel O'Day, who's the CEO of Gilead, on CNBC the morning this was announced, and it was interesting to hear the presenting hetero straight anchors ask questions and saying, why is this so groundbreaking? You know, there's daily medications that do the same thing, and why is this such a big deal? And to not understand, and his really simple answer, which I think was really powerful, was he said, people who aren't sick don't want to take a pill every day. And I didn't really hear it that way. And he said, there's a stigma with taking a pill every day, like there's something wrong with you. And this is where you can put this in the back of your mind and just go about living your life, not having to feel like this pill is a reminder on a daily basis that, you know, you or your community are at risk. So I thought that's powerful. Was really interesting. And again, you know, when we look at like people, and I'm sure you can speak to this better than I, but like people who, you know, maybe on PrEP and then lose their job or have to change jobs, and now they don't have insurance, and even though you can get it through other means, they don't go through the steps.
It's a lot of work.
And that's when people end up transmitting the disease, is when they're not protected. So like if you can just have 2 times a year where you can make sure that you're fully protected, the power of that is groundbreaking.
Yeah. Another thing, like Miami-Dade County, right, actually has one of the highest HIV rates in the country. So I looked up the national average. The national average is 16 0.7 per 100,000 people. In Miami-Dade County, it's actually 33.
Wow.
So I mean, this
Double.
this would help out phenomenally. You know, members of our community living in Miami-Dade County. There's a lot of stigma. Right. There's a lot of stigma associated with taking PrEP and, you know, being on the pill. There's a lot of members of our community in the closet that, you know, that don't really feel comfortable coming out and, you know, taking medication, right? This would help out that. It would help bring down the infection rate. So I think it's great. I think it is a game changer. It's a game changer.
It's got to take a combination of several things. It's got to take PrEP, which is obviously important, but it also has to take treatment. And that is working with our community for those who are not virally suppressed to get them virally suppressed. It's going to take the combination of that to end this. That's the only way it's going to happen. So.
Well, let's just hope that the barriers and obstacle, also known as RFK Jr., will be distracted by other things and will not get in the way of this.
Right.
Also, just a shout out to you for always doing amazing, important work. And like we as a community are grateful to you and lucky to have you. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.